The Gemba360 disaster and pandemic module allows you to manage any disaster or pandemic outbreak across your agency and engage with external personnel and external agencies. It also is there to support your personnel and staff that may be required to either work from home or also comply with screening requirements. First of all, from your dashboard directly, you can access this by clicking on the disaster module. And you'll see this button in the middle of your screen. Once you do that, essentially a whole CMS opens up that literally allows you to manage any project, any activity, as well as any other resources as well. In short, you can create your projects, and we've got, for example, a group called the Rock Hosanna Miller Baptist Church as an example in this sandbox site. We can see that we've got everything going back from the COVID safe step plans from step 1, step 2, step 3. We've had community events, group classes, roadmaps, site inspections. All of these different resources and projects are managed in each of these sections. And if I open one of these sections up, I've now got my full project timeline and activities. And from here, I can actually look at who's done what and when over the course of the last few years. Now, also, if there's other resources that we needed to add in, then essentially under documents, what I'm able to actually do is to have access to templates and also add to it any other resources that we've had. So we've got our QR codes, we've got our workers permit, we've got our hygiene checklist, and if there are any regulatory or compliance updates, then the system will automatically pull those in for you from places like Safe Work and also any other Department of Health reporting requirements as well. It also means from here, if I go back to the main dashboard, that I can then also set up my volunteers, my staff, any other facilities or sites. And some agencies have actually used this to manage all of their goods and traveling between and for their personnel. So where they had to actually put food packs together as well too, again, they can actually manage aid through this too. So you can actually see that right across this whole dashboard, it is an absolute complete disaster management system for you as well too. Within it, when we go in and we go back to the dashboard, then what we've also got here is in this case, the COVID daily assessment screening tools as well. And this is often used for the daily attachments or attestations that people need to complete. Now, when I click on this, for example, if I bring this up, this is just the ones that I've done. I can simply click on add a new entry, and what comes up is the latest form that I actually need to complete each day. It automatically comes up with the date and the time that I'm actually completing this form, as well as my personnel staff checklist. And essentially, I can complete this, and some agencies have done this consistently over the last couple of years, and agencies where you can imagine they've got 200 or 300 odd staff might have 40,000 plus entries that they've got that they can actually go back over. Also, for those agencies that are using QR codes to screen people in as well too, well then you've also got your contact tracing button as well too, and that's really there to support staff. And if I go into this as well, I can actually bring up specific forms. And if I look at these, well, then I can actually bring these up and go back and see, well, when did they visit this site? Did they have any symptoms or the likes as well too? So you can see the disaster and pandemic module gives you your full set of resources to support your agency. What you will also find is that we've got mobile apps to make things even more efficient and seamless for all of your personnel to actually utilize throughout this as well. It brings together all of your disaster and pandemic compliance obligations in one simple module for yourselves to be able to use.